Hello, and welcome to the NextSTEP 1U patch panel installation video. This patch panel is a major subsystem within the overall NextSTEP technology solution, extending the innovation, flexibility, and accessibility of the NextSTEP rack mount systems. Every NextSTEP patch panel comes with an installation and ID labeling sheet, along with a magnetic caution label and a hardware mounting kit, as shown here. Once the patch panel is removed from the box, start by removing the front and rear covers. You can do this by simply grabbing or pinching both sides of the cover and pushing it towards you, so the fastening magnets on either side disengage. Great. Now you're ready to mount your patch panel using the mounting screws included in the hardware kit. Start by partially screwing in the two bottom screws, but be careful not to fasten the screws all the way just yet. Now, secure the panel in place with your hand and slide the panel downwards so that the panel's bottom mounting screws properly sit onto the bottom screws as shown here. Next, fasten and tighten the two remaining top screws. Then proceed to tighten the bottom ones as well. For the sake of example, let's have a closer look at utilizing a NextSTEP module together using the 1U patch panel. To disengage the module from the patch panel, simply pinch both tabs inward and pull the module outwards to release the module from the front end. You may lock your module back in place by simply reinserting it till you hear an audible click. Now to remove or recess the module in the back position, simply follow the same steps, this time pushing the module inward to release the module towards the rear of the patch panel. Now to install a patch cord, route your patch cord utilizing the integrated cable management on the module, and then proceed to route the patch cord through the magnetic cable tree system, as shown here. Now here's an example on how to utilize the cable tree managers on the opposite sides of the panel using highlighted sections to better understand where to route your patch cord. Note that the middle cable tree manager is not being utilized for this type of split cable routing configuration. Now, should you require to route your patch cords all in the same direction, as shown in this example, you can route your patch cords by utilizing all the cable tree managers, including the middle one, using the highlighted sections as shown here. Now, to access the fiber port identification, simply remove the front cover and align the holes with the bottom tray, as shown here. Next, let's look at the back of the patch panel. Now your incoming cable can be secured in place using our cable grip strain relief accessory. It utilizes the no-tie wrap ideology to reduce the risk of damaging fibers. It can adapt to multiple cable diameters and fan-out accessories. To install the strain relief bracket, you can start by screwing in the 4 screws that are included in the hardware kit to the holes located on either side of the rear of the panel, as shown here. Next, insert the rubber holder with the curvature facing as shown here. Then, place your incoming cable. Next, using the remainder parts of the rubber holder and plastic fastener, insert them facing the opposite direction. Then, proceed to fasten them with both screws that are included in the hardware kit. Now, depending on the size of the cable, you may flip the rubber holders facing the opposite sides to accommodate a smaller diameter of cable. In addition, please ensure that there's approximately 24 inches of cable slack before fastening the strain relief. Great. Now let's move on to routing your cable. Start by placing the magnet cable bundles in the approximate recommended position, as shown here. You may want to reposition them at the end to ensure that your cable is secured in place. Now, before we start routing your cable, let's have a closer look at what our subunit positions can look like. Now, should they be TIA color-coded, We recommend by starting from the left row, then ending to the right, then proceed to do the same with the next row while continuing to respect the color code positions, as shown here. Now for subunits that are not TIA color-coded, but contain a number, we recommend positioning the numbers in the same fashion, left to right, as shown here. Great. Now that you understand the positionings of the fiber cables, it's crucial for the next procedure, which is your cable routing. Now for ease of installation, we recommend routing your cable for each column at a time. Now, as you know, each column has 3 slot positions going from top to bottom. Should you start with the farthest column from the strain relief, you would need to choose the following 3 fiber subunit colors or numbers, as shown here. Now, you may utilize the magnetic cable bundles to route your fiber subunits through them, as shown here. Please ensure that you have adequate slack for each of the rear positions, should you require to recess or pull forward a NextSTEP module. Now for the next column, we recommend routing the following colors or numbers while utilizing the cable bundling system, as shown here. And again for the next column, and finally, the last column closest to the strain relief, as shown here. That's it. You're done. Thanks for watching. For more information, you can visit and subscribe to our YouTube channel or visit our website at www.wirewerks.com.